Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you. Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 105. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And this week, well, we got a few things we want to discuss. We're going to kind of hop right in as well. It's kind of been a crazy week, so, well, honestly, we're a little under the gun here in sitting down and getting this recorded. Just it seems like it's been one thing after another.
That's just how we roll, though.
Yes. So, I had some changes. Well, it's all good. But then, I tend to go on a little tear. And, when Mrs. came home today...
I didn't know what I was going to find.
Yeah. So I went on a cleaning, rearranging, moving. And I think at a point she did send a text and say, are you rearranging the room and cleaning? And I just responded, probably. So...
In all actuality, I knew that was a silly question.
Yes. So, the bedroom's been rearranged. Every piece of furniture has been moved. 2 large bags of trash have been removed.
But here's a question I have. Why does cleaning make such a mess?
Yeah.
To get anywhere.
Yeah. Because we've been involved since after dinner, and I've been doing this pretty much all day. So, again, we have a new setup, a new layout in the room. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm still not sure I like it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Time will tell. With that, all right, let's get into the first kind of thing I wanted to discuss today. And that is the plight that we have gone through. As we shared in the last episode, we now have an OnlyFans and a Loyal Fans.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, that was a process. and Mrs., I did the majority of kind of the setup. So Mrs. isn't really privy to what that process truly was and really what it has been. And as we have...
So wait, it was more than what it took to set up mine after?
Well, no, it was the same, but it really just... And some things didn't make sense. Some things I scratched my head on. Some things I just got irritated. I started this process, a few months back and said, look, it'll be there. What the hell? Which was, again, becoming a creator on OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. And so the process, they go through the initial verification. Well, there's the first snafu, because they send you to a secondary verification site, which is kind of biometrics, and you have to use the camera to take a kind of a scan of your face. So, okay, fine. I set it up as Berg Couple for Fun. Mm-hmm. And all right, cool. Not realizing that as we had gone through, then... multiple steps for the pictures weren't right of IDs and photos, and finally get that cleared. And then Mrs. is added as a joint, a verified, whatever they call it. Mm-hmm. In comes the next struggle, because wasn't aware that, to be so she's verified that she can be on that page, but she has to have her own page to be tagged in. And a post went up, and the initial reality is all the pictures have been misses, but I'm the main screen name. I'm the main person verified on the account. And so now we have to have Mrs. with her own. So now we have two. The focus, I think, will just be on the, the main. Maybe Mrs. is the pay, as it is a free subscription on our Berg Couple for Fun OnlyFans. Yes, we've put some things out there. And now it's, I think, time to work on Mrs. and really have maybe hers is the VIP with a monthly subscription price. On the flip side of that, what I've kind of found in the last week of doing this and trying to put some content and some pictures and some different things, it is a lot of work. It truly is a whole nother level of planning and organizing and thinking ahead and what do you want to post and where's that going to lead and how are you going to do it. It really is. It puts it in perspective, just the amount of time that some of the performers and these friends in the industry we have that are doing this really put into it. And yeah, I edited out and posted an 8-minute video last week. Yes, we had some people purchase that. Thank you. However, just to, and that video was, I'm not saying it's aged, but it was from, a year or two ago. And it was a few different video clips from one experience that, I really sat and edited together and spliced together. And, well, the reality is that took me, again, novice, first time really playing in depth with editing software. It took, a half hour, 45 minutes. So it is
to get 8 minutes worth of video.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when you look at that, yeah, it really, the process, when you look at these content creators that are out there, and again, we're experiencing it now for the first time, outside of, throwing pictures of Mrs. Bum up on Twitter, that was easy. This, definitely not so much. You again, really need to be planned, focused, and have a thought and an idea to continue making it happen. If you're getting into it, you gotta be into it with daily posts, not necessarily daily videos, I wouldn't think, but at least, 1 to 2 daily comments and pictures. And so, yeah, we got to work to that. Yeah. Again, we did start a Loyal Fans as well. And that really hasn't, it hasn't taken off in the 2 weeks, but we are working on that. And kind of, doing a few different things over there on Loyal Fans to really see what the platform is. We've talked to, think it's fair to say, quite a few lifestyle people that really have discussed and talked about it. I've seen some lifestyle people get into the content creation side. So from that side of our listeners, I think that is something that, just again, to share as we've been down this path and we've started to get down this path. It's been a week and it's a week and a half or so, I guess. And yeah, it's some work, but you can make it fun work at the same time. I mean, it's sexy, it's enjoyable. And
but you don't get anything out of anything if you don't put in the work.
Yeah. And again, so I think that is, we need to get a plan. We need to sit down and kind of develop a plan to really have a little bit more fun with that. I think
that's something that's harder for me to do throughout my day is even like throw a picture out there because it's not exactly appropriate in the environment I'm in.
No. And again, and I think that is the kind of planning and okay, where do, what days or what evenings of the week are scenario, are pictures, are whatever it might be, and really plan that. Mm-hmm. At the same time, I think as I relaid out the bedroom and moved things around, I looked at some of that. Okay, well, if this is here and that's here, well, some photos can be done here, here, and here. So I kind of started that process in my head as I really laid out the whole bedroom look at this point and the way it's set up. So
there was a method to your madness.
Yeah.
Maybe.
My mind's always in the gutter. I'm always thinking dirty. I'm always thinking naughty shit. Always a step ahead. So again, really wanted to talk about that real kind of quickly as we're going through that experience. So,
damn stink bugs. They're everywhere.
All right. So now we're going to hop on into.
So what else are we going to get into?
Well, we're going to hop into some of the Reddit boards, and we've done this in the past. And there are a couple different topics that we've actually come across in our world of scrolling through and trying to understand Reddit.
I kind of want to see what the rest of that third one down says.
Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna look at the first one. So we pulled up a couple conversations, and we're going to discuss them. So the first one, and there are some responses. So the first one reads, "We've been in the lifestyle for a few years now. Couple swaps, male, female, male, female, female, male, etc. We love it. Been to house parties and resorts. No downside except for one thing. No one wants to fuck until 2 a.m. By then, we're tired and probably some level of drunk. With some of our closer friends, we arrange to play early and then go to dinner and have drinks after. We prefer that so much more. The sex is better, more intense, and sitting at a dinner table with people you just fucked is hot for us. And we can talk about it. If there's anything left in the tank after dinner, then by all means have round 2. We don't do uppers and coke and all of that, which I know is how so many keep going. Does anyone else feel this way?" So, Mrs., let's get your take on this, because I have my take, and we do this all too much.
What do you mean?
From our from our side.
So go ahead.
From our side, if we're at a club or we're have friends over, we'll sit and we're talking and we're just enjoying the company.
Yeah.
And then it gets to 1 o'clock and it's like, oh shit, are we going to hook up and do this before they close because they're going to throw us out at 2 o'clock?
Right.
More times than any, the majority of the time, I use the right word. The majority of the time, if we're at a club, I think they're knocking on the door.
Oh, yeah.
To say, yo, it's after closing time. Finish it up and go.
Right. But I think that's because I kind of feel like everyone is waiting for someone else to make the first move.
That's fair. Yeah.
Or at least in my case, because it's not going to be me.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Very, very, very seldom are you the one that says, let's go. We're doing this. I can probably count that on one hand.
Right.
But so what is your overall take? Would you rather it be earlier on, later? Are you fine with that end of the night? Where do you sit? Like, where would you ideally want to see it all work out? Because Mrs. isn't a morning sex person either.
No.
So she don't like it early.
when I wake up in the morning, I gotta pee. And everybody knows that when you gotta pee, it's just not gonna work.
Everybody got to go in the morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why morning sex is not my thing. I don't know. I mean,
and there's no wrong answer.
No, I know. I mean, and my honest first response that popped into my head, for me, it probably wouldn't make a difference. 6 p.m., 10 p.m.,
All right.
Because I'm still not likely going to be the one to make the first move. So.
And you're not, I don't think we've ever been at a club or a hotel party or anything where it's like, all right, it's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. All right, let's go. Let's play. Let's get dressed and freshen back up. Let's go back out. And, it's like midnight. Let's go again for round 2.
I'm sorry, but that whole let's freshen up and go back out kind of sounds, I don't know.
What? You don't know what? I'm
a little gross.
Oh, okay. All right. So, anytime, that's it. Done. No big, it needs to be before midnight. Yeah. So,
whenever it happens, it happens. I don't know.
So, as we go down through some of the responses, and there's a lot of responses. So, right here. Okay. So we always go to sleep early, so we would prefer to organize afternoon parties. We normally start at 5 to 6, and we're done and gone by midnight.
Down and dirty by 9:30.
Okay, and that's fair. I mean, there's some people that really, they're there, and after dinner they're going to sit for a little while and then go. Mm-hmm. There's some talk here about parties starting at 5 o'clock. That's early. That's really early.
How about this one? Did this last night. Went to Taco Bell. Only thing open after 11 p.m. where I'm at. And somebody goes, good thing Taco Bell isn't something you want to eat before you play.
Yeah. Another one. You better catch us before 6 because we're asleep by 10. I mean, we're late. I am a late night person, so it doesn't really kind of bother me either or.
Oh, wait, scroll back up a minute. Back. Hold on.
Where?
Oh, one says, completely agree, but our usual mode of operation is to go to a club and they just don't get active until later. Lots of fun, but I end up just feeling destroyed the next day.
Okay. Which again is standard. I think, clubs we've seen, 9 o'clock, you see some people start to funnel out, 11, 12, the rooms are full and people are going. Mm-hmm. So there you are. My libido is highest in the morning, but breakfast swinging isn't a thing. All right. Well, let's go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So go ahead. This is the one that you saw that you said, I want to read the rest of it.
All right. So it's titled Confused on What to Do. I'm 28-year-old female and my girlfriend is 35. For the last 3 to 4 years, we have talked about wanting to experience being in this lifestyle. We both have the same mindset of sex. We love it and want to see each other with other people, but together, of course. During sex, we talk each other through our thoughts, playing out the scenarios in our head. Every single time I bring it up, she gets so annoyed. Of course, I respect it and just brush it off, but do I have a right to be annoyed? It's really frustrating when she talks about how much she wants to get into it, but never fucking happens. Should I just let it go at this point? As bad as I have always wanted to be in the lifestyle, should I start thinking it's never going to happen? This whole thing is so upsetting. Please be kind. I'm just looking on what to do.
Well, so the way this says, so it is a female couple. Mm-hmm. The younger of the two. So they've both talked about it. The younger of the two is pushing it and wants it to happen. The older, as she says, gets annoyed when she brings it up.
Right.
There's a whole nother conversation that needs to happen there. And that's, well, we agreed that, yeah, we wanted to get into it. Doesn't seem like you agree now. What's changed? So...
And I like this response. If your girl isn't ready or doesn't want the experience as you do, and she keeps stringing it along, hoping you stop thinking about it and give up, is it worth the loss of a relationship?
Yeah. Again, that is, you can have the conversation. And so how did the initial conversation go? When did you have that initial conversation? Were these initial conversations where it was agreed upon during sex while you were watching a porn or you're fantasizing together in your head? And at that point, that is hormones are taking over and answering those questions. Hey, doesn't sound like the right thing. I mean, hey, leave it to Beaver, but sit and have that conversation at the dinner table. If you really want the honest answer and the true answer. Fair?
Yeah.
And again, so that is, yeah, in that more conversations need to be had. That's my take. That what you agree? You think as well?
Tactful conversations, though.
Yes. Again, because, all right, you and what you want is understood. Yes, your partner said at some point, I'm interested, but now is not. So why? Like I said, again, what's changed?
Right.
So, and as you just pulled up right here, one of the responses, it says, if I'm understanding you right, she seems to be more receptive when you're intimate together. Boy, that's what I said a little bit earlier. Did you have that initial conversation while you were, while you were in bed in the middle of it? So hormones are talking during, during the passion.
Right.
And during that situation, hormones say shit they don't, that the non-hormone driven parts of the body don't like. Or don't necessarily agree with. I'll rephrase that they don't necessarily agree with. So go back to the drawing board, have another conversation over dinner, not over the dessert with your head eating the dessert. Because chances are she'll say anything if you're good down there with your tongue.
Well, and, maybe she feels like it's not entirely her idea.
What do you mean?
Like we've been there. Like that's how we started into it too, was like talking about these fantasies during sex.
Well, and that's why I go back, because the conversations started there, but then were had outside of it as well. Right.
But I'm like saying, try to spin it. Sometimes when you're trying to convince someone, especially, I don't want to say convince, but especially in a situation like this, it can come across as like one-sided.
Okay.
Where, that's, the more you push too.
Yes. It could make the other feel backed into a corner.
So making the conversation seem more like it could be something good for both of you together.
Well, and it could be, a conversation of just like after a play session and you're back together and you're debriefing or discussing it, that conversation can be had in this situation as well, where you say, oh shit, last night was hot. as we talked about X, Y, and Z, and it turned me on. It seemed like it turned you on. So what about it? And there you go. Now you're going down the rabbit hole, and to really find out, and the non-hormonal responses and those more, thought through, the visual, oh yeah, I do remember having that, and yes, I did say that. Oh, it was just the heat of the moment. I'm not sure. Okay, well, what are you not sure about? And here we go. Now we have a conversation that actually we can get a resolution or a direction to.
Right.
So, yeah, that was an interesting one. And I think with that, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to hop into one more of these articles, and then we're going to look at a few other things. Mm-hmm. All right? Mm-hmm. Sound like a plan, or did you have something else on your agenda?
Oh, no, I was going to say, are we going to delve into the mailbox?
We can look. I don't think there's really anything in there. But yeah, we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and finish up this week's episode.
This episode is brought to you by Cassidy.com. Have you ever wished there was an all-encompassing way to find sexy, like-minded people in your area? Well, Cassidy has hit that on the head. The Cassidy platform brings the best of sexy social media, profile searches, rendezvous, party calendars, and travel all into one. Find and make new friends, share your naughtiest of pictures with select friends in your Backstage Pass, and plan your next naughty encounter all at once. Follow the Cassidy link in our tub to try it out free for 30 days. When you join, you'll be added to our community to get some early sneak peeks. You'll also be first to know where you may find us out and about.
All right. Welcome back to episode 105. Hope everybody refreshed a cocktail or a glass of water if you're driving, don't want to be breaking any laws. We're here, and we are still in the Reddit discussion groups. Mm-hmm. And the next one that we're going to discuss, it kind of, I think Mrs. chuckled when I clicked on it.
So wait, but I'm looking now and I'm like, is this a book?
Well, yeah, it is.
Long.
It's very long. So this is going to be the Cliff Note. This is going to be the high school Cliff Note version of this discussion in this subreddit. So what it breaks down to is my husband and I soft swapped and had a failed hard swap with another married couple years ago. They were new to the scene and had an emotional falling out after attempting their first hard swap. They apologized and ended contact. Over a year later, the gentleman reached out and is now single and asked to play with us as a third. We don't have contact with his ex, nor are we friends outside of the lifestyle. We're interested, but it feels not quite wrong, but not quite right. What are some outside perspectives? So, and again, when I clicked on this, I saw it and was like, okay, let's have this discussion. So, from this, give me some of your take. So they obviously played, they tried to,
Right.
And so they had soft swap, and then a failed full swap. It doesn't say what failed, unless it's down through in this book. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, it turns out the desire was more from him than her, but they didn't communicate effectively, and it happened. She was devastated that they did this full swap. Very new, exciting element to our soft swaps. We're soft swap together, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So really, that is very... okay. So, again, it seems like this is... He was into a full swap. They were both into soft swap. But she wasn't into full swap, and they tried.
Right.
And they pretty much left. They ended up getting divorced. And now the husband is back looking to hook up with them as a third. So what is your take on previous couple, play history?
Right.
Then they separate out. So there's really no contact with either one. And then one reappears.
I say go for it.
Okay.
I mean, if there's an interest, why not?
And we've been there.
Right.
Which I'm sure is why you chuckled.
Yes, that's exactly why I chuckled. I mean...
And that situation was different.
Right. But it's the same, like, I can see where they're hesitant because it does say in here that they kind of feel like the failed experience...
Like they were the reason behind it. It
right.
says that, they feel a degree of guilt over their role.
Get over it. Because that wasn't the only thing that broke it.
And if they came in and with the agreement that this is what we're going to do, well, if she wasn't comfortable, then I hate to say shame on her, but shame on her. Shame on the party that wasn't comfortable with doing it, but agreed to the situation that then didn't work. And again, yes, we've actually kind of lived this out.
Yep.
To some degree, because we had played with a couple quite a few times. And it was fun. They were cool.
Yeah.
Had a falling out due to things outside of our control. It was totally out of, we had nothing to do with that. Substance abuse. And we'll leave it there. But a few years later, I mean, it was probably 2 years later or so, our paths crossed with him.
Right.
And, the falling out was on her side. So had crossed paths with him and just kind of talked and started chatting. Well, that was Mrs. First threesome.
Right.
With two men.
Right. And I say go for it. If the chemistry's there, like, you already know the chemistry's there. So
you've already soft swapped. It's already
right.
Yeah.
Right. And he obviously was interested in full swap. So you already know the chemistry's there. You don't have to work. I want to say you don't have to work on building that. You don't have to build that again. You're kind of over that hump of
first dates.
Right.
Yeah. And it did say as well that both this guy and her husband were both bi-curious, bisexual.
Right. So that part is different.
Inexperienced and actually dabbled in that through the soft swaps with each other. So there was truly a three-way connection.
Right. Right. And I mean, for me, it actually made the situation a little easier.
Oh, sure.
Because it was already someone we knew.
Yeah. It was already someone that we were comfortable with.
Right.
That we had known for a few years.
Sure. It's a different dynamic when it's just three,
Well, but that just puts you into the center of attention is what that did. And again, that was from that situation, I mean, we literally met out and grabbed some drinks and came back to our place. Mm-hmm. And kind of, sat down and went right to it.
Right. So long story short, it's not your fault. Have a go.
Yeah. Why? Why? Why not? You never know. Mm-hmm. So, with that, do we go to the mailbox as you alluded to?
What else did you have in mind?
Oh, let's see. This is normally the good one. There really isn't anything here. So this one just says, hey. Heyy.
Hey.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Next. She's absolutely stunning. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. So this one. I get life gets crazy. Would be great meeting you if things slow down. By the way, the lady looks fine.
Is there any punctuation? Oh, there's a couple punctuation marks in there.
All right. So another compliment. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, geez. and this one, it's very funny because these are past guests of the show and friends of ours. It's like, hey, we just updated our profile here, awaiting approval. So, those are just friends that hit us out. So
nothing really interesting in there, unfortunately.
No. Yeah. So again, it's been a little while, and nothing has really come through. So that's boy, Mrs. I don't know what's going on, but things are slowing it down.
Have they gotten bored with us? No, I'm kidding.
All right. Well, so just a few, I guess we can talk about a few housekeeping. So Exotica has announced their schedules for this coming year. Mm-hmm. And we already are set in April, the 12th through the 14th. We will be in Chicago for Exotica. And that will be, that'll be a fun time. Chicago definitely always is. So that's coming up, not too far off. Miami is announced in June. Edison, New Jersey, October 25th through 27th. Mm-hmm. It's a long way away, but they actually did back that up into October this coming year. And then Washington, D.C. They are going back to D.C. December 6th through 8th. So that is, weren't sure what was going to happen there. Mm-hmm. But here we are. So next conversation is ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards. Mm-hmm. So the awards have been announced, and those are coming up. They're actually going to be, pretty darn close to us. Mm-hmm. As we looked at that. So they are in August 22nd through 25th. Mm-hmm. And boy, this looks to be a pretty fun event. So it is going to be tied in with the Swinger Olympics. Mm-hmm. Complete takeover. And it just, again, it looks like a great time. There's going to be entertainment throughout. There's going to be some seminars. There's the rooms are actually going quick. But you can check that out on asnlifestylemagazineawards.com, and it'll give you everything involved there. So, well, our plan as it stands now is we'll be there. The nominations open on March 1st. So we asked listeners to go to the ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards.com and get your nominations in. So, the categories are listed. They've added a few for people that aren't necessarily aware of what they've had in the past. They have added Best Adult Takeover, Best Adult Toy Company, Best Brothel in the U.S., Best Sex Worker, as well as 2 content creator categories, Best Trans Content Creator and Best BBW Content Creator. So really good. They do have an entertainment podcast category, trade show. They really do a lot for both lifestyle and industry. If you go back, we have had the pleasure of having Michael on the show a few times. We've become pretty good friends with Michael and Beck's Pineapple and that whole crew over at ASN Lifestyle. So great people. They know how to do it. They know how to throw a show.
They know how to throw a party.
Yes, they know how to do it all. That, as we said, that group, you hate to leave anybody out. Lorenzo and Casey Carter are part of that kind of group and that core of people. So it will be a fun time up in the Poconos in August. It's a good time to get there because there is no snow at that point. So again, keep your eyes out for the ASN Lifestyle Magazine Award nominations and check out their website if it's something that you are interested in getting away for a few days, enjoying the beautiful mountains of the Poconos in Northeast Pennsylvania, and having some fun with like-minded, sexy people. But with that housekeeping, I think we're going to wrap up this week's show. It's been pretty darn nice, I'll say. Yep, as I said earlier, a lot of different changes happening here, but weather was nice. Open up the windows of the house today. We were pushing 60 degrees. It's definitely not winter like we are used to, so enjoy it while you can. Take care of yourself. Be your true happy person, whatever that may be, whatever that may entail. Remember to pay for your porn. Support these content creators and performers and all these guests. As we talked in the first half, we now see what goes into OnlyFans and loyal fans and just content creation in general. It is a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of passion and love for art that's, is being put out to you, the fan. So please remember to pay for your porn, support those content creators and performers for all they do for you. Remember to wrap it before you tap it, lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
we'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.